The question I'm getting a lot is, what does Joe Biden's election mean for you being able to sell your business? And the good news is that the new stimulus that's been passed by Congress to give more funding to Americans also has a new round of PPP, and they've extended a bunch of the SBA incentives to buy businesses. So now is actually a really good time, if you can get your house in order and get your business ready to be sold, to go on the market. If you're under that $5 million range that the SBA does the funding to purchase businesses for buyers. So if you're under $5 million, here's what you should be doing in 2021. And here's what you should be talking to buyers about. A few things that have happened. First of all, there's 6 months of waived payments of principal and interest for a buyer. So if a buyer's coming in and buying your business for $1 million with the SBA is giving them 90%. They're bringing 10% to the table. So they're usually bringing $100 grand of that $1 million. In the first 6 months, where they're usually paying for the principal and interest for the acquisition that they just did, the SBA is waiving that. So, and they're waiving up to $9 grand a month. So it ends up being about a $60,000, $70,000 swing for somebody who's coming in and buying your business, which is a big deal. It's a 6 or 7% discount on the business that they're giving you to walk away. The next thing is they're also able to apply for new rounds of PPP and also EIDL loans, which is really cheap debt, and they can do that based off of the business that they bought, even if they weren't the owner. They can do that with the balance sheet of the business that they acquired, your business. The kicker is, in order for the SBA to give a new loan to this business, if you have any EIDLs or if you have any PPPs, then those things usually need to be paid back before the SBA will come in with a new round of financing. But the key thing for the SBA is that you have to close before the end of September in order for all of these incentives to be in place and to be working for you. So what you should be doing if you're thinking about bringing a business to market that can be bought, or if you're thinking about acquiring a business, you should be looking at businesses that have at least 3 years of tax returns, so that way the SBA can underwrite them and buy them for you. You should be getting your investors involved and talking to them on the acquisition side. On the sell side, you should make sure that your 2020 taxes are done, so that way you can bring them to your buyers and give them all the information that they need to give to their SBA bankers, so that way they can get all of the information ready in order to get it sold. The other piece that's interesting is that the SBA is increasing their cap of how much they usually will underwrite for banks. Usually the SBA will take on 75% of the loan. Now they're taking up to 90% of the loan, which means that banks should be more incentivized, because they have less risk in every single deal, to get funding done. So it's a big time right now. If you can get your businesses in front of buyers and you can get your books in order and you can give them something that's underwritable to the SBA, now's the right time in order to come to market. So if you're going to work with a business broker or you're going to list it yourself, I always list my businesses myself. I put them on Biz Buy Sell. I deal with the buyers myself. That's not a crazy thing. That's something that's totally doable, but you need to be getting your accounting in order, you need to be getting your growth story in order, you need to be following the GOAT method that we're always talking about: growth, operations, accounting, and trenches. Get everything ready for a buyer to be able to buy your business, because if it's under a $5 million deal, you have at least 3 years of tax returns, then you will not find a better time than what you have right now in order to get an SBA deal done. Now's the perfect time. Joe Biden's election gives us a good opportunity to get our businesses sold if we can get our house in order. So all of the stars are aligning in order for the funding to be there from the SBA and buyers that are really anxious to move on something. You just have to give them a product that they're excited about. So get your business ready and let's sell some businesses this year. Peace.